আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL Soccer Night.
Welcome back. It's ILFL Soccer Night on a Monday night with me, David Joseph. Good evening. There was no Prem or First Division games yesterday, but there were two games in the Second Division. Two games that have a little bit of a mini impact on things that are happening. Here are those results for you. Redcoat, they were here 2 weeks ago and they called it. And they went and beat Robin Hood Tigers, the solitary goal to nil, but it only takes one goal to win a game, and they got it. And West End Reserve, who never know whether they're coming or going, again, they beat Almazan, who seem to be doing more going than coming at the moment. They only put 2 goals past them. 7 goals to 2 West End Reserves beat them. And that mixed table looked like this. If we look at it now, some teams playing 8, some teams playing 7, but Robin Hood Tigers remain on top with 21 points. Redcoat right behind them now, only 2 points in it. And then 3 points behind them with a game in hand, are Beaumont Youth. And that just cues me in nicely to you now as the manager to look at your season now. 1 defeat out of 7. 5 points behind the leaders. It's all to play for now. This result now, yesterday, is a stepping stone, isn't it?
Well, it's opened things up, definitely at the top there with the 3 of us Redcoat, obviously Robin Hood, and they were right next to us yesterday. So that was good, nice feeling towards the end of the day for us to win and then know that Robin Hood have lost their match against Redcoat. The ball is still in Robin Hood's court. I think it's going to go to the wire. It's still, well, the 3 of us there, but I think the initiative's still with Robin Hood, and I think Robin Hood can only blow this on, this chance for them to become champions. I wanted to give something I didn't want to say earlier. I want to give great credit to all the boys I'm managing at the moment, because every single one of them have been so dedicated to training, first of all. They've been model professionals in regards of being there on time, giving, some of them are studying, some of them work, internships and everything. And that's, what we want to build on from there is that we go on to Sunday and we know we've done a good training workout, good session on the weekdays, and we're ready to just put everything out there on the pitch. So I want to give it, a heads up and 100% kind of these boys have really, really hustled it so far. That's why we're there at the moment challenging for this time. Are
you guys in the ascendancy now? Are you in good form and on a good run now? Is that how you can call it?
Yes. Morale is really high in the camp. Everyone is buzzing. Everyone is hungry. And average age, player on the pitch, first 11, youngest is 18. I'd say the oldest would be 24 at the moment. I'm not going discriminatory with age, but 24, 18. These boys, some of them have not even played league football. They play football, first experience of ILFL. Football. Now, as a manager, this is my debut season, and I've been playing 16 years in ILFL, and I've always given credit to ILFL because it's somewhere where I've built up my personal skills, life skills, but debut season and everything, so I'm just relaying my experience back to these boys that have not played competitive league football.
And it's going well, and we've heard this story in the Second Division quite a few times, Rasham. It's a good stepping stone for grassroots players, raw grassroots players to come and learn their craft, learn their trade, and get involved in regular mainstream football.
I think similar to Beaumont Youth, St Catherine's under 21, Riverside, and Redcoat. These are fresh new teams with a lot of youngsters. Even Redcoat, they have a lot of youngsters. Although they got a few seniors just to help them out, they're all youngsters. I think for them, it's get to learn the winter season, get to learn the footballing and play in the winter season. I think it's a very good idea for them to play in the ILFL Second Division, and that will give them the skills and experience, then progress and play with the big boys and better themselves in the footballing world.
You're good for a prediction. Tigers and Beaumont are the heavy hitters. They're the big scorers in Division 2. Are they the two that we're looking at? Is this a step too far for Redcoat, or are Redcoat just mean in defence? They don't score much, but they're not giving away a lot as well.
I mean, Redcoat did score quite a few against St Catherine's under 21 the other day, but that was St Catherine's under 21. That's right, a team that hasn't had that much experience. But anyway, Redcoat, they seem red hot these days. I mean, they're doing it. They're scoring a lot of goals. not as much as the Tigers or Beaumont. But I think they're up there, and they're going to create a mess for those two teams, definitely. No one would say that Redcoat would achieve so much, given that this was the first winter season. Same Riverside, a similar sort of standing, but they haven't done so well. And Redcoat surprised a lot of people, and who knows in the next coming couple of months what they'll do. If they decide to bring in new players and make some changes here and there, and they might succeed. Who knows? It's just one of them things that you really can't tell. We don't know enough about Redcoat as much as we know about Beaumont and some of the other teams.
I think what's good about Redcoat is I've seen them in the recent weeks. Their management has to be, credit has to be given to management. They prepare themselves, they organise, they turn up early, they all change, they warm up, preparation. I think these benefit them in the result last Sunday. I think a lot of teams underestimated, but their management have organised themselves. So the preparation is there. I think that's why I think the result was good, because they were hunger, they prepared and ready. I think Robin Hood Tigers got a bit complacent, probably thought it's in the bag, whereas Redcoat fought with their lives and got the result. So credit to the management. Similar to Bournemouth Youth, they have a lot of subs, and they're well organised. And I like when I see teams turn up early and prepared, warm up, and ready for the game itself, not turn up last minute, get changed, go on the pitch. For me, that's a short-term plan. Long-term wise, you're going to be prepared, be organised, and then the footballing speaks for yourself, and the success follows, like Redcoat.
Can they maintain this? We don't know enough about them. If it was Sai, I would have said right now they're not going to recruit new players, because they like to see players coming through the
but they got a big squad. Redcoat, I've seen them, Shuel, the manager, he's got a big squad, so he's got flexibility in players. So I think that will be an advantage to help them long term.
But can we say that about any of the three teams? I mean, for me, I'm looking at Tigers, Redcoat, Beaumont, and those three look like they are now the standout three from that division so far. You never know what can happen.
I asked the boys who the tough teams.
I can ask them, but I think where I'm going with this is the fact that you can have maybe 40, 50 players in a squad, but it's the experience of playing through a season. Yeah. No matter how many players you've got, and I mean, you've played in the league, like you said, for many, many years. And, it's the experience of holding and maintaining a position through the season. When the pressure comes in the last 2-3 games, and maybe you're there or there, can you hold your nerve? You as a manager will be able to do that. You know all about it. You've got the boys underneath you. Now you have to impart that knowledge and experience on them. Do you think you've got the right mentality within this squad to do that?
Yes. And the reason I'm going to make an argument and say yes on that basis is because, and it might have been early days there, but Tower Hamlets B game, we were down. We were about to lose in that match, and there was about, I'd say, 10 minutes or 7 minutes left. We fought back and got that game. Robin Hood, we had lost. That was our only defeat. Cup game, we were down again in the Challenge Cup. And we came back and we won in that game. And there's been even the reach out, like yesterday, first half, and my goalkeeper right here now can say my feedback to them, that first half talk was all about negative. The football we were playing, a lot of the players' heads were down. And that was massive in regards to experience-wise for them to take on board and to be able to use that with the Tower Hamlets game that we're losing and the one against Robin Hood, to be able to get us across the finish line, coming up with other matches like West End, who even if we beat 8-1, good structure to their team too, good players on the pitch. And we're not going to take them for granted for the next match we play against them. Same with Riverside, same with Al Mizan. What we're doing at the moment is we're going game by game. We're not looking too far ahead, going game by game. And I've told all the boys, don't think of Robin Hood, don't think of Redcoat, don't think of St. Catherine's, it's just about us. Let's get to the finish line.
Okay, and is that message coming across to you?
Yeah, you can look at the league table. We've seen how Robin Hood play, we've seen how Redcoat play, we've seen how they play, but as long as we play our game and we win our games, we can go far. Just treat every team equally, and we should just go out there, just win our game, and that's it. That's all we need to care about, just win the game.
Apart from yourselves, who else do you think is coming up with you if you go up?
Well, as I was saying, David, I mean, Robin Hood are in the driving lane at the moment. They're there. If we're looking at this as a Formula 1 race, yeah, they're in front. Redcoat, we're going to be playing again. And then we've got Robin Hood to play cup matches, you want to call it cup day final, or it's the big ones.
And with a game in hand over both of them, so you win that game, you're right there.
But we're going game by game. So this Sunday we're playing St. Catherine's under 21 we're going out there to respect our opponents, first of all, get the result, be ruthless. So then that will build on to us playing reach out in the quarterfinals, and then we're ready to go for Red Coat and Robin Hood. But it's all to lose for Robin Hood, in my opinion. But I've told the boys, let's go game by game.
Ooh. What do we say to that, Rush?
Well, that's all you could do. You know, look at week by week. For me, I'm looking forward to the 14th of December when we play Reach Out. I know they'll be hurting. They'll be looking for revenge, and it's Challenge Cup. One, I feel that Bournemouth Youth have a good chance of being successful. So for me, it's all about 14th of December now.
The momentum's good, and form is with you. So the break probably will come at a bad time. Do you think?
No, I think I know we're playing St. Catherine's. I think it'll be a good chance for the team to regroup itself and play the Football League. I think there was a bit of pressure yesterday in the League Cup because it's such a massive day for them. I think they need to come down to the league again, get back to organising, because yes, they won the game yesterday, but I think they can play better. There were some stages that the nerves were there, the pressure was there. So they didn't play the best of football, but they got the result. For me, that was the more important thing. So if they play the league game this Sunday, I think they can regroup, restructure itself and get prepared for the game 2 weeks' time with the reach out.
No, we stood here, I think it was last season, we saw, I think when we were looking at the Premier Division, and there were 1 or 2 teams who came back after the break over the winter and found it hard going to find their feet again, because the pitches all of a sudden changed. The temperatures dropped by 3 or 4 degrees, and all of a sudden you're finding out about certain players, you know, can they hack it now a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, and not to mention people putting on a lot of pounds as well during the Christmas holidays, you know, so that's another factor you have to put into the equation. Yeah, I mean, sometimes teams find it tough after a few weeks break. You know, as you mentioned, the pitch changes, people change, people go away on holiday, some transfer to different teams, so it's tough, you know. I mean, who knows? It's not a short season.
Isn't that down to the team management to make sure they're training, make sure they're, you know, working out, make sure they're prepared? So I think it's down to the team management.
It may be that, and sometimes it's down to the individual player. You know, does he want to maintain his fitness and his momentum within the team? Does he want to keep his place in the team? But I'm just saying that sometimes complacency might set in.
I think it all comes down to hunger, and whichever individuals or teams have the more hunger, desire, they'll be successful.
And this is why we focused on the second division tonight, because these are new teams with fresh players many who are new to this. And there are some who may just think, you know what, this is a bit of a breeze, you know, I can go away and come back and just pick up where I've left off. And it doesn't work out that way sometimes.
But it's good to see the 3 teams very close, and, you know, it could be anyone. So I think it's good for the league itself to see 3 teams competing for the top 2 positions or promotion itself.
Absolutely. Listen, guys, thank you very much for coming. It's great to watch the race and watching it develop here, and we're liking talking about it here on the ILFL Soccer Night show. We've got to take a break. We've got here in the third part of the show, we're going to talk about fixtures to come, cups to come, and we'll get a little bit more reaction from Nano and Rashid here on the ILFL Soccer Night show after this break.
আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL Soccer Night।